Always great catching up with my next guest, Henry Corrales, who's going to be taking on Brandon Girtz in a featherweight fight coming up here at Bellator 250 on October 29th. Henry, how's it going, man?
What's up, James? Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for joining me here. It's always good to catch up with you. We haven't seen you in the cage since January, and then obviously COVID-19 hit. Was this kind of when you were looking to return, or were you hoping to get a fight a little bit sooner than that?
Ideally, it would have been nice to get one a couple months ago, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure you're relieved, though, because there was a lot of uncertainty for a while there. I know the UFC was doing shows, but you never know with, all the venues and everything like that. So that's good to see you back in action. And I know the last two fights have been pretty tough for you in terms of the opponents and everything. But you always learn more from a loss than a win. What have you taken away the most from your last two performances?
Yeah, well, my last fight, the guy just ran the whole time, Juan Archuleta. Mm-hmm. And so, I controlled 100% of the ring. I dropped him, and I got the only takedown of the fight. But, that's how I felt immediately after the fight. But, after I processed that, it was I should have made some more shit happen. And the Darian fight, he just out grappled me the first round, and just, I dug myself a hold, and he did a great job of just avoiding any type of fight the last two rounds. He was being super slick and elusive. So, we've been working a lot with just, just being more offensive without just stalking, and just creating some action.
And you must have been pretty excited to fight Brandon Girtz. I mean, anytime you fight, you mentioned, your last opponent running. I mean, Girtz is a guy that will come forward. He will make it a fight of the night type performance. You must have been pretty excited to get this matchup.
Fuck yeah. I've been watching a couple of his fights, and dude, I'm salivating, especially what I just said about my last opponent. Yeah. I was like, dude, please bring that same energy. Let's get it.
Yeah. Was he someone on your radar? We were talking off air, he's mainly fought at lightweight.
Yeah, nobody's on my radar, dude. I definitely got like vengeance on my mind for some losses, but it's not really too much of what I'm thinking about.
Training camp. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to fight all of these guys,
No, of course. And you pretty much have. I mean, it's crazy the amount of fighters you fought in Bellator, and something you and I have talked about, the level of competition you're fighting. You get no easy fights. It's all been killers, and you've done quite well, overall in Bellator. Training camp, I was going to ask you about that at Fight Ready. How's everything going? Who you getting to work with? I know some of your training partners not there just because, helping out Korean Zombie.
Yeah, everything's going great. Chow comes back into town in like a couple weeks. And I've been working a lot with Santino DeFranco and Angel Cejudo, Henry Cejudo's brother, wrestling coach, and Alan Veers. And I also started training with Warrior Sports Wellness in Scottsdale, Arizona, right here, with Dr. Austin Schoen. And everything's dialed in. I've known about this fight for quite some time now, and we've been getting it.
Yeah, is this the guy you took the picture of on the track? I was looking on your social media. Is that the same guy?
At the track?
I think it was at a track or something. You were talking about training with like a guy who's like a champion or something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, dude, no, that's my other buddy. He's a runner. He's like a D1 collegiate wrestler, runner. Mm-hmm. His name's Anthony Renteria, Chris Renteria. He's fucking sick. He's up and coming fighter.
That's good. So a lot of different tools for this camp, which is nice. I'm sure stuff you're looking to maybe show in the matchup, right?
Yeah, we're doing it, man.
No, it's great. How's Jakar Close doing? I know he's had an injury right now. He's kind of on the sidelines. Is he at least around the gym so you can kind of talk to you guys?
Jakar, yeah, he's a homie. Yeah, he's around. He's fully recovered from his surgery, so he's training. So he's doing great.
That's good.
I'll probably see him tomorrow and watch Kyler Phillips fight and Casey Kenny's fight.
Yeah, a lot of action going on right now at the gym, which is great. And then obviously the weight cut. I know when you're off for a little bit, can be a little bit tougher. But how's that going ahead of this fight?
Oh, it's going great. We thought for some reason the dates got mixed up, so we thought we were fighting October 15th. Mm-hmm. So the weight's like pretty much way ahead of schedule.
In terms of your corner for this fight, you mentioned Eddie Cha, coming back. I guess he'll be back there in time if he wants to corner you, right?
Yeah, we're going to have Eddie Cha, Santino DeFranco, and Dr. Austin Schoen.
Awesome. And how's the fight playing out? How do you envision it going down? Because I see this being a war for both of you guys, and just being one of those fights of the night.
Yeah, getting back to, my last couple fights, I'm just predicting the fight, and I'll do whatever means possible to get there. It's just to create a fight.
I know, when we've talked in the past, you never really worry about the opponent. It's more about what you can bring to the table. But, Brandon is moving down a weight class. Do you worry about that at all in terms of him maybe missing weight or anything? I know, when certain fighters, especially as they get older, it's a little bit tougher to drop down a weight class.
Yeah, I've heard that, but then you've also seen it work wonders on fighters too. Mm-hmm. So that could go both ways. And if he can make the weight, I'm not too worried about the size or anything. So it's all good.
I know he's, kind of retired right now, but is Henry Cejudo still around the gym? Do you ever touch base with him at all?
Not quite. Yeah, he's super busy. That guy's he's active.
Meeting the president and everything. Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. And then Captain Eric, I know he was working a lot with Paulo Costa. Is he sort of helping you guys as well? Just because I'm sure his focus was on Paulo, last weekend with his fight with Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, same thing with Captain D. That dude's traveling a lot, and he only makes it to town when his Brazilian fighters are in town.
Gotcha.
And when Henry's around. So otherwise, he's not quite interested in us.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, got to focus on certain guys. What about the rest of the year? Are you looking to get one more in there? I know this is sort of in October, kind of at the end, but with COVID, it kind of put a big gap in a lot of fighters, including yourself, getting to fight.
Yeah. The new year, just anytime around that time will be good. Whether it's 2020 or 2021, be nice.
Okay, that's good. And I was trying to remember how many more fights you have in your deal with Bellator, because you've sort of been I'd say one of their mainstays for them over the last couple of years, and a guy that they know they can rely on when they want an exciting fight.
Yeah, Bellator's been really good to me, man. They've been, I've done everything in my power to be just a company man and just show up, whoever, whenever. Whatever date it is, let's fucking get it, And they're really nice a couple weeks ago and give me a new 4-fight deal.
Oh, so great!
I'm super. Yeah, this will be my first fight on this new deal, and I'm just super appreciative and grateful, and I'm gonna show that gratitude October 29th.
Well, congrats, man. That's awesome, because it looks like they're really investing in you. I think they know, too. They got to know, too, that, you're stepping up and fighting guys that I'm sure other fighters are turning down, right? Fighting Pitbull and, Archuleta and all these guys. There's a lot of fighters, I'm sure, that don't want those fights. But you're just, knowing you, Henry, you're just I'll fight anyone. It doesn't matter, right? So I'm sure they recognize that.
Yeah, obviously they do. And I'd like to, like I was saying, I like to take credit with, being a company man, but it ain't really about them, dude. I'm just trying to fight all these motherfuckers.
Of course, yeah. No, exactly. No, for sure. I always ask this in our interviews. You're always up on, when it comes to reading and everything like that. Any good books you're reading right now?
Oh, right now I'm reading Atomic Habits.
Okay.
By James Clear. And I got, what I got right here. I got The Power by Robert Greene. And Undaunted Courage, some history book my chick's reading.
Gotcha. Little variety in there. No, that's good. What that you piqued my interest there, Atomic Habits. What are some things? What's that book about? I imagine it's day-to-day stuff.
Day-to-day stuff, man. Habits, and it's just it breaks habits down, and we're so success oriented. It's there's a lot of stuff that happens before the payoff. So it kind of goes really deep into that with a lot of good stuff in there.
That's excellent. How much has that helped your fight career in a way? Because, that day-to-day, that living the lifestyle, it is so important to be mentally sharp. You can look good in the gym, but once you're in the cage, it's a totally different animal. You got to show up on that one night. How important is that to kind of, look at those, cause you're a guy that I know reads a lot of that stuff. I hate using the word self-help, but you know what I mean? Books that are trying to improve your life, better your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my life isn't, it isn't always where it should be. So, I'm always trying to improve myself for sure. And that stuff's big, dude. It's been a big help for me.
That's great. Any TV right now? You watching any Netflix or anything?
No. TV's right there, but I never really turn it on.
That's good, man. It's probably good to stay away. I watched that Social Dilemma documentary that everyone's talking about.
I need to see that.
I just watched like part of it last night, and I'm scared, man. I don't even want to check my phone anymore. It's nuts how like they're really. It's crazy though. They go into detail on like how they like control, like the big tech companies like control like your habits. It's nuts, man. It's like Big Brother like all over again. It's nuts. So
yeah, it's super crazy.
I recommend checking that out. I know you're not a big TV guy, but that is one I would recommend checking out. Not like you're not a big like social media superstar anyways. Like you're not on there all the time. So, but you're probably ahead of the curve than most. Most people are like addicted to their phones.
Yeah, you mentioning Big Brother reminds me of George Orwell. It's back there somewhere.
Yes, yeah, 1984. That was the book I meant. Not the reality TV show. That's a lot different. So there you go. Henry, really looking forward to this fight. Glad to see you got a lot of time too for it. Like you mentioned, the notice and everything else. Really looking forward to this one. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours, man.
Hell yeah, man. It's on. Thank you very much for having me. Henry Corrales, MMA on IG. That's pretty much my most active platform. And my main sponsors will be Dreamscapes for this fight. You gotta check them out. They do like the most craziest resort style backyards, pools, all this crazy masonry. They're good stuff.